What is an original village? What is actually the ideal model of a natural, healthy village? How very few such villages exist today in India. Actually, the original village, the ideal village, the exemplary village is what we heard a little earlier in the nice dance that was performed. That is Krishna's village of Vrindavan.
हरि बोल, वृंदावन धाम की।
In this ideal, original, natural village, all the residents are simply fully content and happy to remain in the village. They never have any desire. And we see this in example of the residents of Vrindavan. The residents of Vrindavan never, ever have gone to Mathura. They always remain in Vrindavan, fully satisfied. Where do we find such village in India? There may still be, but they are very rare. So this is one very important characteristic of an original natural village. The residents are fully engaged in local activities. They are localized. They have no desire, no inclination, no need to actually leave the village. Only very rarely they will leave the village. And the residents of Vrindavan also did leave their village of Vrindavan. They went to Kurukshetra when there was a solar eclipse. So traditionally, village people would only leave their village to go on pilgrimage. Second feature of a village, there is pure water. We hear wonderful stories of Krishna and Balaram. Every day as they would take the cows to different ports of Vrindavan, they would bring the cows on the banks of the Jamuna to drink water. All of the activities of the residents of Vrindavan, all of the activities of residents living in original natural villages would be centered around nicely looking after the cows. That is the third feature. First feature, people are localized. Second, water is pure and can be drunk and be taken by the animals, by the cows, by the people. And third, villages traditionally would have large numbers of cows. The sign of a civilization, the sign of an advanced civilization is how nicely they look after their cows and how many cows they look after also, the number of cows. The sign of an advanced civilization is that they have many cowherd men and many cowherd boys. This morning in our Bhagavatam class, we were reading in the purport given by Srila Prabhupada that the more we destroy and neglect cows in any given country or nation, the more we are heading towards destruction. And therefore we held a little earlier this Go Puja and recited this very important verse, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya. It is said that wherever there is a presence of even one cow, that entire place becomes most auspicious. If you want to make your life successful, if you want to bring auspiciousness in your life, if we want to bring auspiciousness in our lives, we must have the presence of Mother God. The fourth symptom of an ideal village is that actually the residents of that village learn to meet all of their necessities of life from the land itself. Therefore it is mentioned, Sarva Kama Dugamahi. Sarva Kama Dugamahi. All necessities of life, food, clothing, shelter, medicine, come from the land. And of course, one of the most visible symptoms, characteristic in an ideal village, in a natural village, is that the residents of that village, they are dharmic. They follow the various spiritual principles, beginning with Satyam, Daya, Tapa, Socham, truthfulness, compassion, discipline, and cleanliness. And therefore they are very advanced spiritually. By being advanced spiritually, they are very satisfied and peaceful in mind. Two major advantages by introducing or practicing dharma. We benefit on the spiritual level by having a mind in the mode of goodness and therefore engage in devotional service. And we also are able to meet all of our material necessities of life.